I'm here at the home of a man who utilizes his space in a very efficient way. He does not waste space. He makes maximum use of the space he has. I'm here at his home. It's not a big home. It's not a small home either, but it's kind of a standard lot that a lot of people have here in Southern California, Zone 10. We're here in Orange County, Buena Park area. I'm really excited to show you this garden because there's a lot going on in what I think is a smaller space than some people have. But I want to show you and share with you how you can maximize the use of your space. And I'm going to share with you this amazing garden. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm here with my friend Greg. Greg, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Nice seeing you.
Thanks for showing us around. You have a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Show us what you got going on here. By the way, this is May. This is we're out here in Orange County. It's about to be summer, and the garden is looking amazing. You got a lot of stuff growing. Walk us through what you got going on here, because this is fascinating stuff here.
All right.
Yeah.
Where to start? Basically, here we have a cocktail tree, so to speak.
Okay.
I have Meyer lemons on the bottom.
Yes.
Some limes on the top. I grafted this myself.
Okay, nice.
I bud grafted most of it, which is a T bud graft on the citrus, which I find is very effective, and high take rate in my opinion anyway.
Okay.
But there's some cleft on here as well. I'm probably going to do some different varieties of lemons on the bottom because I like a lemony lemon, and the Meyers are, I guess more suited for like a lemonade or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably swap out a lot of that bottom for a more of a sour lemon type lemon.
Okay.
I'm a high density kind of guy. I like to pack as many things in as possible. I don't like to have exposed ground.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. I want to keep the water in. Exposed soil is dead soil. And these plants basically are living mulch, and then as they lose leaves and die back, they provide the dead matter that breaks down for the insects and the beneficial microbes and bacteria and fungi and all that good stuff.
Cool, man. Nice.
So
how many grafts do you have on this tree? How many different varieties?
Just 2 varieties.
Okay.
A lime from my backyard.
Okay.
But I only grafted my own citrus because I had the agriculture department out here, and they tested all my trees for citrus psyllid.
Okay.
So do not recommend grafting citrus from other people in Southern California. I recommend getting the budwood from the Citrus Clonal Protection Program.
That's right. CCPP.
Yes, sir. Get it from there.
Yes.
Only reason I did my own is because I had recently got mine tested, and they will let you know if you have an infected tree. Once I knew mine wasn't infected, I immediately grafted. So that's the only way I would do it. I probably wouldn't recommend anybody else do it, to be honest with you, but I had mine tested.
Gotcha.
Cool. Let's see. Here's a Glen mango.
Oh yeah.
With some mangoes, they're going to fall off.
Yes.
My experience with Glen is it's highly prone to, check it out, this is a second bloom, highly prone to powdery mildew.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and so even if you do get fruit, and this is my experience anyway, you'll get smaller nubbins is what they call them out here.
Yeah.
You can see these are already turning color, turning yellow. They're going to fall off. Or if they stay, they're going to be about the size of a plum maybe.
Oh, okay.
Not well-developed flavor. So this year I have a bunch of budwood coming, and I'm going to top work this.
Oh, okay.
Mostly with M4. And then I'm going to do the cotton candies and the peach cobblers and that kind of thing, lemon zest. But I'm going to focus mainly on M4 because it's a late season coconut flavor, and it's I think it's powdery mildew. Of course it gets powdery mildew, but it still will hold some fruit is my understanding.
Have you tried the M4?
I have not. But
it is A+.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
An excellent mango.
They say it's top tier.
Yeah, it's amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's related to, I believe it's a seedling of Keat, which grows really well for us out here in Southern California. So I have high hopes for that one too. I plan to graft that one as well on a lot of my trees. Okay, well, hopefully I get enough growth. Hopefully I get enough vegetative growth, which is kind of the thing here for mangoes in Southern California. Getting them to grow, because they want to flower over and over and over again, and then that just saps them of energy. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest problem. So this is Glen on turpentine. Turpentine, okay. So most people's turpentines fail. But this one, it took many years of pruning and staking up and just lots of management, probably because of the turpentine. But also, the big mistake I made was I followed Florida rules.
And we don't follow Florida rules for mangoes. So, you know, Florida, they really prioritize and care about size control and things like that. Not here. We want big trees here because they don't grow like Florida. But I was following those principles. I pruned it at my waist, and I was tipping constantly, and it was just like the tree was not growing for me. So do the absolute opposite of Florida growing practices for mangoes here. And plant seeds. Let the seedling get as big as possible, then graft.
Yep.
So I have that going on elsewhere, but you know, this one's alive, so I'm going to try to work with it still.
Yeah. You can graft a lot of varieties on this. Good candidates to graft on. Yeah. Different branches here.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do a lot. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I snap these off when they're done flowering. It's already warming up enough where I don't think it's going to flower again, but it might, and then it'll sap it more energy.
Yeah.
I have some grafted figs here, strawberry verte, raspberry latte, violette de Bordeaux.
Wow.
And I've had, these are like 6-7-year-old figs. So you can manage figs, keep them small, but you basically stump them down to like finger size sticks. And then every year they do this. And then when they get to the size that I want them, because we're clearly on a sidewalk in the Parkway, they're planted right next to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So when they get to the size I want, I just break the tip off. And then it'll start budding fruit for you.
Oh, okay.
But I just do that when it gets to about the size I like.
That's good to know. Wow. Cool.
I had a poorly placed, so I started this whole project about 9 years ago. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot ever since. You know, I think what a lot of people do is they want everything.
Yeah.
So I planted everything, like everything, you know, mamets and black sapotes and avocados and you name it, I planted it. And I put a lot of things in the wrong place for our climate. We're out on the street. It gets very hot out here. Yeah. It gets very dry and windy out here. Not a good candidate for an avocado. But this guy keeps popping up. I'm going to take it out. But that was a Hass.
Yep.
I chopped it back. It's popping up. So I do not recommend planting avocados out on a parkway where it's super exposed. This is my experience anyway. This is a tropic pink guava. Neighbor gave this to me. It was really root bound in a pot, and now it's thriving.
Yeah, it looks great.
Spend the ground.
Have you gotten guavas from it? Have you gotten any guavas?
Yeah, only a few. I aggressively pruned this, but I think I got it just right this year. I think I saw some flowers coming. But there's some flowers coming.
There you go. Nice.
And another thing about me is, you can call me lazy or whatever, but I've never fertilized my yard. I've never done any type of pest control. I've never sprayed any fungicides, herbicides, nothing. All I've ever done is plant densely and heavily mulch.
Yeah.
An insane amount of chop and drop. I'm always growing things to chop and drop, cover the ground, cover the ground, cover the ground. And I'm bringing in loads of wood chips.
Yeah, there's just layers and layers of mulch here on the ground. Yeah. A lot going on. You see the ground, there's mulch here. Oop. And then I almost stepped on
these are some tomatoes we're experimenting with. These are just extras we threw out here.
Yeah, like I see a lot of the wood.
Yeah, different sizes,
branches of
different
wood,
types of material.
Twigs. Yeah, a lot of chop and drop, like you said. Yeah. And you bring in a lot of wood chips too, right?
Yep. Yeah. Less of the wood chips these days because I have so much growing. Yeah. And what you see here is this dying back is nasturtium. It comes back every single year and it covers everything. Okay. Thick, lush looking. If you were here about a month ago, this would have been a pillow of green oozing out of my whole yard. And I leave it and I let it die back and it comes back every single year. And clearly it breaks down and feeds the jungle. I call it the tiny jungle.
That's right, the tiny jungle.
Yes, sir. And it maybe look a little ugly for a little bit, but this will be gone in a heartbeat. Everything else is going to fill in. I may bring in some wood chips for the Parkway and cover it a little bit.
Cool.
But you'll see the old guava cuttings right back under the tree. Oh, yeah. Right back under. Yeah. I like to have different size material. I like to have logs. I have different kinds of mushrooms popping up all over the place.
Ah, nice.
Tons of fungal activity.
Yeah.
You can dig in parts of my yard and find pancakes of mycelium.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Lots of mycorrhiza activity going on in this garden, I'm sure. Yes.
Absolutely.
Tons of it. A huge factor in your garden's health.
Absolutely.
Getting that mycorrhiza system set up.
Yeah, a complete system. And adding pesticides and fungicides is only going to damage that system.
Yeah.
Cover the ground and let it go to work and give it some time. It's a patience game.
Yeah.
I probably could have got better results if I would have fertilized and watered more.
Yeah.
But once again, I'm kind of lazy. I'm a lazy gardener, and I want to be sustainable and not depend on outside inputs as much as possible. And this is what's happened in about 8 years. Now, mind you, a lot of these trees aren't 8 years old. There's a few, like this Morena Sapodilla.
Yeah.
The Glen mango. Those are OG, about 8, 9 years old.
Okay.
The Longan. And I'll show you the cherimoy over there.
Yeah, we'll take a closer look. Sure. You have sapodillas on your tree.
Yeah, lots of them.
That's amazing.
Lots of them.
We'll get closer. We'll show you
we'll come around the other side for sure.
But that's kind of rare nowadays. I'm
gonna explain why I think that changed for me, because it wasn't always the case.
Okay.
So I've cleared a lot of space out. I used to have more trees in here, about every 5 to 6 feet. That's basically my spacing, is about 5 feet.
Yeah.
But I cleared some space out for the wife. She wanted to do wildflowers and all kinds of different flowers. So the past year and a half, she's just been seed bombing tons and tons of flower seeds.
Yeah.
And you'll see they're popping up in different places.
Yeah.
And like I said, about a month ago, it was extremely dense and lush.
Yeah.
We're transitioning seasons right now, so different things are going to pop up.
Yeah. You got some nice sunflowers.
Yeah. And behind there, you'll see a cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Plum tree, but I have pluots, pluaries.
The thing is, I'm going to step.
We can walk around.
Let's walk around, because there's so much planted here.
Yeah.
That, you step
in the Parkway.
Somewhere.
We haven't got past the Parkway yet.
Yeah, we're still on the Parkway here. But look at this. What did you say this was?
This is it was a weeping Santa Rosa. But I did, I was still learning, and I chopped it right here, but it was a weeper. Okay. So you probably don't want to do that with a weeping tree, because it's just going to give all these weeping low branches.
Yeah.
But so I trained it up in an espalier type situation. Okay. And you can see I have bud grafts, cleft grafts. Here's some varieties: Flavor Grenade, Satsuma, Flavor Punch Pluary.
Wow. A lot of grafting going on.
Lots of grafting.
Wow.
Burgundy. And you'll see as you go, there's more and more and more.
See, every little branch, it seems like
I'm trying to, because I don't really like Santa Rosas.
Yeah. Flavor Grenade, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Santa Rosa, so I've been just replacing the branches with that.
But is it a good pollinator?
The Santa Rosa? That's my understanding. So I do have still some Santa Rosa branches in there. Yeah. This year, they've been acting weird. And now, I don't know if it's because of lack of water or whatever. So I've watered twice in the past 6 months. Twice just in the past month and a half. Okay. So I haven't watered at all in 6 months except for twice. And that was just recently, because we're starting to warm up. Yeah. We did get quite a bit of rain. Yeah. And I'm able to do that because of the mulch.
Yeah, the mulch. Yeah. The mulch is such a heavy factor in retaining water.
And I realize this looks a little dead right now, but that's just the nasturtium dying back. And, I'm willing to deal with maybe it's not so aesthetics at some points during the year, but for the overall good of the system. Yep. The neighbors love it. I've never had a complaint. Yeah. So this one right here, for some reason, it pushed out and died back on me. Okay. And I noticed down here the cambium's a little brown, so I might be losing this one. Oh, okay. But we had not Mexican sunflowers, just regular sunflowers growing all around the base of it. Oh. So I think maybe the sunflowers did it in, which is the first tree I've lost from densely planting anything. Huh. And I'm not even sure that's the case, but I mean, it was growing right in the root ball, and there were several of them. So that's what I'm guessing. It still might come, but yeah, see, it's not that vibrant green color. It's kind of that pale green. So it might be on its way out, which I'm okay with. I have 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here's a Oro Blanco on the bottom. Not a favorite of mine, but then I grafted cocktail grapefruit. Okay. Have you had it? Yeah, I've heard of it. It's really good. It's epic. That's an amazing. It is an epic. I highly recommend go to CCPP if they have it there. I don't even know if they have it there. Yeah. And getting a cocktail grapefruit, not a cocktail tree with different grapefruits on it, a cocktail grapefruit. Yeah, that's a good one. Amazing. Yeah, that's good. Excellent juicing, by the way. Yeah. Unbelievable. Even people who don't like grapefruit, because it really doesn't taste like grapefruit. No. It's a hint of grapefruit with some sort of orange in there. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. I'm a fan. I've been taking out. I had a ton of raspberries and blackberries, thornless, thorned, and all that stuff. And we used to get tons of berries, but they're a little more to manage than I want to deal with. And I find that the thornless, spineless ones aren't 100% thornless and spineless, and I have a thing with thorns. So I'm eliminating all the thorny things. I just hate getting stuck by thorns.
Okay.
I don't need raspberries.
Yeah.
Here's another cocktail espaliered tree. It's doing a little bit better.
Yeah. And you do the same?
Yeah, grafting? It's all this, you know, it's, forget exact, Flavor King, Flavor Punch, Flavor Grenade.
Yeah.
Burgundy, Satsuma.
Cool.
On and on, something like that.
Awesome.
Here's some golden flax. Bought some from the bulk section at Sprouts. So if you're looking for some omega-3s, they come back every year.
Wow. So you bought the seeds from Sprouts?
Yeah, just bought it like a
grocery store.
You just scattered them
everywhere. And they grow.
And they make a beautiful purple flower, which it's a little past right now, so you don't see them. They're pretty much went to seed.
Wow.
So I treat the Parkway like a Mediterranean climate.
Yeah.
So that's why I have the figs, the citrus, the pomegranates. Yeah. Even guavas, you know, can handle that pretty well.
Yeah.
So this is a Parfianca. Grafted Parfianca.
Nice. How do you like Parfianca pomegranate?
I love it.
Yeah. It's
last year it wasn't so good for whatever reason. It just was lacking a lot of flavor last year for whatever reason.
Okay.
Got some lemongrass in here, rosemary. So yeah, you'll sense the Mediterranean vibe out here because that's the climate out here.
Yeah.
Now I have more specialized microclimates in other parts of the yard, so I have different kinds of things growing. But yeah, I highly recommend if you're going to do Parkway, do focus on the Mediterranean type stuff.
Yeah. The easy to care for kind of stuff.
Very easy.
Doesn't need a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's used to that dry summer and wet winter, just like the Mediterranean climates.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, man. Nice.
I used to have...
Got another fig tree.
Yes, sir. And here, it just, there were layers and layers and layers. I had a thornless hedge wall of Burbank cactus, nopales. I took those out for a better tasting nopale.
Okay.
Cool. Nopal, I'm not really sure how you say it. Yeah. Lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
And lemongrass is excellent control to keep the neighbor's grass out of my yard.
Really?
It seems to be. It just stops it in its track right there.
Awesome.
Longevity spinach. I think I might have given you some of that.
Longevity spinach. You could just eat this straight up, right?
A little mucilaginous. It's a little, you know, an interesting texture, but super healthy for you. And the monarchs love it. The monarchs love these flowers. Kind of stinky flowers, to be honest. It smells a little like cat pee to me. This is my neighbor's side, but I'm doing a hedgerow of Surinams for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Surinam cherries. Yeah, one of my favorites.
She had some nuisance palms.
Another one there. Oh,
so
beautiful.
I took a chainsaw to her and I'm like, you want me to plant something nice for you? And me.
Amazing.
And so I just pruned these loquats.
Yeah.
This is a selection from, Gary at Laguna Hills Nursery. Okay, it's called 1Z, 2Z because apparently it has one or two seeds. Excellent.
Shout out to Gary Matsuoka.
Gary, legend.
Laguna Hills Nursery.
Excellent flavor. When they're prime ripe, they taste like peach.
Okay.
But you can eat them at different phases where they're more tart early on, they're more sweet tart in the middle, and then they're more sweet when they're fully ripe. So, eat them at multiple stages to get different effects, right here is a cedar bay cherry.
Okay.
I forget the name of it actually right now.
Yeah.
Hasn't flowered yet for me. But you'll see in my understory and my lower levels, I'll have a lot of eugenias, different kinds of eugenias.
Okay.
I'm trying to stack. It's kind of like a centropic vibe too, where I'm stacking the stratas, what they call it, lower strata, emergent, and all that stuff. If you look into it, if you like.
Yeah.
So these are both seedlings. This one fruited the third year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big Jim seedling, has never flowered or fruited. So I just top worked it end of last year with a white variety. Okay. From my wife's mom's house.
Yeah.
She passed, so we wanted to carry something on.
Oh, okay.
So it tastes like pear to me. Almost like a jarred pear. It's an excellent flavor.
Yeah. Wow. We'll go look at that too.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. So this is the Hugelkultur.
Yeah.
I dug this out myself. I'm a little bit mental.
Yeah.
It's 27 feet long by 3 feet deep by 3 feet wide. My wife wanted a raised bed, and I said I'm going to do one better. Because once again, I don't fertilize, I don't do anything. I want a system that's going to improve over time and feed itself. So I dug this out. I put gigantic logs in the middle. I stacked smaller logs around it. Just kept packing the organic matter in there. I even drilled holes in the tops of the logs so it would absorb more water. Then I packed leaves and twigs and that, and then I covered it with my native soil here is sand, pure sand, which is the best.
Okay. Yeah, that's
in my
great.
opinion, it's the best.
Yeah.
But it dries out quick, and there's really no nutrition. That's why the mulch is like essential for sure. Cool. So yeah, if you looked under here, it'd be this crazy system of fungi and bugs and the wood breaking down, and it's also a water storage. You can imagine, I could have done a flat kind of landscape here, and it would have held water better for me. But I wanted to add some texture to it, a little bit of aesthetic. More aesthetically pleasing, a little more variety in heights. So the water does run down, and now it sinks into this giant trough here. Okay. And it should hold moisture throughout the year. And I'm pretty sure that the trees are tapping into this too. Yeah, it's gotta be. So you'll see we have eggplants and asparagus.
You got a lot of stuff there. You got this is eggplant. That's a chili.
You got some all kinds of different chilies in here.
Yeah. There's a tomato.
Yep, that's a mango tomato. I figure you'd love that one.
And what is this?
This is a squash. I forget exactly. My wife would know. She's the one who planted most of this.
This is a tomato.
Tomatillo growing up the long end right there. Yeah. Tomatillo. These are dwarf tomatoes. We just are experimenting with dwarf tomatoes.
You got basil, it looks like.
We have different kinds of basils. The sweet peas are
chilies.
We're letting the sweet peas go to seed because we do this every year.
Okay.
They're a little past. They tasted delicious.
Are these beans?
Yeah, sweet peas.
Oh, yeah, sweet peas.
Yeah, they tasted delicious not that long ago. Okay. But they're a little past right now. They're going to be more fibrous and not so sweet. Okay. So we're letting those go to seed for next year.
Whoa, man.
Tomatoes, peppers, dill. Oh, yeah. I thought we had a caterpillar on there. Never mind.
This is dill?
Yeah, it's dill. I love dill. I love dill too. Yeah, different squashes, dills, kales. We got some more summer crops coming in once we pull out these beans and things. This is a beautiful Japanese dandelion. It makes a gorgeous purple flower. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not blooming right now.
Wow. This is
kind of a round Mexican squash.
Yeah, that's right.
These are the calabacitas. See them in there?
Oh, yeah.
Stacks of them.
Yeah.
Dragon tongue fruit. These are delicious, by the way. We didn't grow a lot of these this year, but delicious.
What is this?
Dragon tongue bean?
Dragon tongue bean. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Delicious. The best bean I've ever had.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. We let a lot of things go to seed for the native pollinators. Like this is celery.
Yeah.
I mean, not celery, I'm sorry. Parsley that went to seed.
Oh, okay.
We have arugula going to seed.
Yeah, I saw a lot of bees and little flies and stuff all around this thing.
We got to bring in the pollinators. Yep. We like diversity. We like density.
Got little butterflies flying around here.
Yeah, that's the squash butterfly, I think. Yeah. But luckily, with nasturtium, they tend to lay their eggs on the nasturtium, but and avoid our squashes and things.
Okay.
The nasturtium's dying back, so we may have more of an issue with pests, but we don't have an issue with pests because we're so dense, and we kind of like to spread things out so they're not monocrop kind of thing, so the bugs get confused.
Huh. All right.
Artichoke.
Yeah, saw that. Nice. Artichoke. Beautiful.
Comfrey, another chop and drop.
Yeah.
It pulls nutrient. It has a, I could be wrong about everything. Just everybody keep that in mind. But my understanding is it has a deeper taproot, so it's pulling up minerals from deeper, and so we chop and drop, so we pull the minerals from deep and place them back on top. So it's kind of like this cycle.
Okay.
Shishito peppers. This is a Thai dwarf mulberry.
Thai dwarf. Okay.
I don't know. They're probably about finished right now, and then I'm gonna strip them and prune it again, and then it'll give me more berries.
Okay.
But I don't think there's any good ones left. They're coming, but maybe here. Want to try it?
Sure. Thai dwarf mulberry.
And as the weather heats up, they get sweeter.
Let's try it. Okay.
Good? Is it sweet right now?
Yeah, sweet.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
And I get multiple flushes of fruit because I strip and prune multiple times a year.
Oh, you take the leaves off?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And it forces new growth, and when the new growth comes, it forces new flowers.
Yeah.
And look at, that's a 6-year-old mulberry.
Okay.
You know how mulberries grow, so.
Yeah.
Very tiny. So if you're worried about, you know, pipes or maintaining a giant mulberry, you can do a Thai dwarf mulberry.
Yep.
You'll get tons of fruit, by the way.
Yeah. Cool.
Strawberry guava.
Oh, I like these.
Same.
I like these a lot.
Lemon guava, I prefer the strawberry guava.
Okay. That's a great question I was going to ask, because I always ask folks who grow both.
Yeah.
You like strawberry?
Yes.
Over the lemon. Okay.
But I've had some, you know, here's a lesson I learned. The same tree will give you a variety of different tasting fruits. Do not judge. Say, I tell somebody, hey, I have this mango. I don't like mangoes. Well, first of all, don't judge a mango by one mango you've had. There's many different mango varieties. Or don't even judge the mango from one tree, because on that tree you can have a different flavor profile. So taste several fruits from the same tree before you make a judgment on it. Don't ditch a tree, because I'll give you an example in the back where I could have ditched a tree and it turned out to be the best tasting Surinam cherry I've ever had.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I prefer, but these have been amazing. Last year, sweet and lemony and super tasty. And highly prolific.
Coming up, How old is this one?
Fruit.
How old are these guys?
These guys are probably about 3 to 4.
Okay.
3 to 4 years old.
3 to 4? Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done a lot.
And how big were they when you planted them?
They were little sticks like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe even a little shorter than that.
Oh, that's great.
I have, so this is a, I guess I should get into my philosophy a little bit, because it kind of explains a lot of things. So the way I plant now, not how I planted at the beginning, is I really want to control for sunlight, how much sun gets in, mulching, how much water stays in the ground, and I want to protect the trunks of my trees, the hearts of the trees. So this is a pretty exposed southwest facing side right here. Summertime, it gets very hot and intense right here.
Okay.
Mangoes love heat, by the way, so I'm not worried about that. But you would want to plant on your southwest side something that can tolerate a lot of heat, and you want to protect the trunks. So you notice I leave skirts on them to protect the trunks.
Yeah.
If I don't have a skirt, I will let other organic matter grow to block the trunks. And if I don't have that option, I'll paint the trunk. But I'm always protecting the trunk, and I'm always aware of the hottest part of the sky when I'm planting and pruning. Yeah. So you want things that can tolerate a lot of heat on your southwest side.
And these guavas don't mind the heat, don't they?
They don't mind the heat. Mango don't mind the heat. Mulberry doesn't. Sapodilla doesn't. But guess what does? Jabo.
Jaboticaba. Yeah.
So this is my oldest Jabo. It's probably about 6 years old.
Okay.
And you can see it's not the healthiest looking Jabo. I'm going to show you some other Jabos in different microclimates. Completely different.
Yeah, I'm
same
excited
practices.
To see those.
Same practices.
I'm excited to see those. Yeah.
The location is the only difference.
Yeah.
But I'm letting it go. And I do not baby anything. I don't like special treatment anything. It's either going to live or it won't.
Okay.
And I let it work itself out.
Okay.
A lot of my trees will have yellowing or whatever. They'll even have some sooty black mold or something. I just let it be, and they usually work it out on their own. I'm not going to hyper fixate on anything.
And which kind of Jabo?
It's a Sabara.
Sabara, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said it's 6 years old?
Yep.
6 years old.
And it was probably 3 to 5 when I got it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was like that big.
Okay, gotcha.
Got it from Champa. You probably know Champa.
Yeah.
Oregano, so like 10-year-old oregano. I just hack it back several times a year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, let's walk over here.
Here's the morena. Tons of fruit.
Yeah, this is amazing.
And I prune it.
Fantastic to see.
I've been topping it more the past few years to get this kind of like rounder, shorter, more, I used to do bonsai. They call it ramification, just denser, more structure, more scaffolding branches.
Guys, check it out. Sapodilla.
Morena.
The Chico Sapote.
Yeah.
This is a great thing to see growing out here in Southern California.
Yep. In the hot part of the yard.
You don't see too many of these out here growing with fruit on it.
In the hottest part of the yard.
But it's great to see. Have you harvested fruit from this?
I have. I usually get 1 or 2 a year for the first 5 years.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on the fruit? Do you like it?
Dude, it's you know what they say. It's a pear that's been soaked in brown sugar.
Yeah.
The only thing about them is I think a textural thing. Some are more gritty than others. Ideally, I would like them less gritty. This one is sorry, I hit the mic. This is a more manageable grit for me, so I don't mind it.
Okay. And how big do they get?
They get about size of a big apple.
Okay. All right. Cool, man.
But once again, this is the heaviest fruiting I've had, and I think the difference is I put in a butterscotch Sapodilla right next to it.
Oh.
Now they say cross-pollination isn't, I've read, cross-pollination really isn't necessary for them. And I tried the pinching thing. I've tried all kinds of things. I put this in, flowered like crazy, and all of a sudden this thing is loaded. Wow. So, you know, I'm not going to make any bold claims, but the only difference is I put in another Sapodilla right next to it, and now it's loaded. So make your own decisions.
The variety is called Morena?
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 Yeah.
And that's butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
So butterscotch is known to be one of the best tasting.
That's why I got it.
Sapodillas.
I haven't tried it yet.
That's exciting, man.
Right?
Let me know how the fruit tastes. I'd love to know.
Yeah, I left 2. I took all the rest off because I would love for all my trees to be healthy first before I let them fruit.
Yeah.
So I may even take one of these off still.
Yeah.
Just because I want a healthy butterscotch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I heard so many good things. I don't even. Have you ever seen a taste test video of one?
No.
Me neither. So I'm like, I need to taste this thing.
Yeah.
And so you see, I used to have a bunch of Mexican sunflower and nasturtium protecting the trunk, but I just pruned all my Mexican sunflower down. Yeah. The nasturtium's dying, so I painted the trunk for the first time. Okay. That's the only time I do paint the trunk is when I have it exposed, when it hasn't been exposed previously. Yeah. It's just like you stepping outside and getting a sunburn when you haven't been out in the sun all year.
And speaking of Mexican sunflower,
hack it back. And
Greg, you told me about Mexican sunflower. It's one of my most prolific growers. I don't water it. Yep. It's an amazing grower. No matter, even if you chop it back in the middle of summer, it'll grow back.
It doesn't matter.
Aggressively. It's an amazing chop and drop plant. If you're into this kind of mulching systems, you got to have this Mexican sunflower. What is it? Tithonia?
Diversifolia.
Tithonia diversifolia. An amazing plant to grow.
Easy to propagate.
Incredibly easy to propagate.
Yep.
If you want to feel like you're a good gardener, you should plant one of these. You'll feel amazing about yourself.
Yes.
It attracts a lot of pollinating insects. A lot of bees love the flowers because it does make flowers. It's a sunflower, and it's a fantastic plant to chop back, mulch your garden. It'll grow back within a month or 2. It's going to be like it's like you didn't even chop it back.
And it's nitrogen fixing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So it's like the best of everything. Some people complain about managing it. You can manage it however you want. You can let it get 12 to 15 feet tall. Yeah. You can keep it as a shrub. You can keep it somewhere in the middle. Yeah. I prune it to the context. Like if I want to protect this much trunk, I'll just prune it to that level. I want it, and then later on in the year, it can look like bamboo, so I'll leave 1 or 2 long stalks and I'll strip all the dead off. It looks like bamboo, and it'll give you yellow flowers about 15 foot in the sky. It's pretty epic looking. So however you want to manage it, you can manage it. Wow. This is coming out of dormancy. It's the flamboyana, the Aroa poinciana.
Oh, okay.
The big, red, beautiful flower.
Nice.
Also nitrogen fixing. You're going to notice a theme here, nitrogen fixing, nitrogen fixing. So this will get bigger, but it loses its leaves in the summer. I mean, excuse me, the winter. Okay. So I want maximum light in the winter to come in, and I want dappled light in the summer.
Are we facing south?
We're facing south.
We're facing south. Okay, so the sun.
East, west, south, north behind us.
Okay, so the sun in the winter is going to be a little bit
low in the sky.
Lower in the sky. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I want to allow maximum light in the winter. So I have either deciduous trees in front of things, and then when they lose their leaves in the winter, max sun comes in. Or I have like in the back, I have a Tipuana tipu, which I cut back in the winter to let maximum light in. Also a nitrogen fixer. Nice. But come summertime, it's full dapple lights coming in. It's protecting all my more sensitive plants during the hottest part of the year. This is Regina Surinam cherry.
Oh, wow.
Flowered for the first time.
Wow.
But no fruit.
Okay.
But, you know, they do flower 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So hopefully I still get a chance this year. But, you know, maybe not. Next year for sure, I think.
Yeah. This is one of the more tastier versions of the Surinam cherry variety. There's many seedlings all around, but this one is known to be really, really good. This is the Regina. Yeah. Surinam cherry.
And what's funny is I heard it's seedless.
Really?
That's what I heard. And it's a seedling. So you do the math.
Cool. I didn't know that. The leaves on this look different than the other.
Yeah, longer and more narrow.
Longer, more narrow, yeah. Very cool.
This is a seedling Manila mango.
Yeah.
Painted trunk. Once again, I had it fully protected by tons of Mexican sunflower, but now I exposed it.
Yes.
It's not used to the sun, so I painted it.
Okay.
I got this from you, AJ. This is a reed seedling.
Oh, really? Oh, yep. Nice. Whoa. That's...
Which you see the ones in the back.
Whoa, okay. Great.
This is more exposed. We're up on the hill, so the water is going to drain off faster. Which is probably good for avocado, but you might need to water more.
Yeah.
So I heavily mulch around it.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I double whammy this guy. Painted it, and I have a shade cloth.
Shade cloth.
That young, tender trunk on avocados is very vulnerable to sun.
Very much.
Oh,
you got dragon fruits over here?
I'm taking these down. Remember the thorn thing. I'm getting rid of this stuff, and it's kind of growing all over my house. I'm taking these
have these fruited for you?
They have, yeah.
Okay.
You have to hand pollinate most of the time, in my experience, and I'm not good about coming out at night to pollinate.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to still do them in a pot and just kind of. I still have them, or maybe grow them up a bigger tree in the future. Okay. So yeah, I got that from you. Really, I'm all about the seedlings these days, so I'm growing a lot of things from seed.
Cool, man. And speaking of hand pollinating, we have this cherimoya tree.
Yes, sir. Here. I completely worked this one over the past couple of years. It was just a generic cherimoya seedling.
Okay.
And now I've converted it to mostly deliciosa. I don't know if you've tried it.
I haven't tried that variety.
Oh man,
I hear it's good.
Creamy.
Yeah.
Super sweet. Complex flavor in my experience.
Okay.
I have not Lolita, Lucida, Nata, Lisa Temoya. I just put on Cherry Lata.
This is the Atemoya.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I can tell by the leaves.
Right.
That's cherimoya. It has fatter, thicker leaves, I think. Okay. Cool.
I just put on the Cherry Lata, the painter's Cherry Lata.
All right.
The scion wood was a little dry when I put it on, so these might not take, but I get almost 100% take on cherimoya grafts.
Okay, nice.
This is a San Pablo custard apple.
All right.
So I successfully grafted a little stem on a cherimoya seedling.
Bud coming out right there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the cherimoya rootstock. And right here, you'll see this is actually cherimoya too. So I grafted onto a cherimoya seedling, then I grafted the cherimoya to cherimoya, hoping to increase my chances.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had this push yet this year, so we'll see if it makes it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has completely been worked over to the varieties I find tasty.
Yep. Awesome, man.
Canistel, I'm taking out.
Canistel?
It flowers profusely. It's never fruited for me. This is one of those things where I wanted everything. So if you would have seen me about 4 years ago, I had everything.
Yeah.
I've removed so many trees and replaced it with stuff. But I'm taking this out.
Yeah.
Beautiful tree.
Yeah, nice tree.
You'll notice somebody may say that's a deficiency.
Yeah.
Later in the year, it's going to be beautiful green. I did nothing to change it. It just works its way out.
Yeah. But no fruit, so you're going to take it out. Okay.
Tons of flowers, no fruit.
Okay.
And, I heard Canistel is good, but not amazing, so I'm going to replace it, or not replace it, but it's coming out. Kohala longan.
The longan. So do you get fruit from this?
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
But I'm probably taking this out too because it wants to grow pretty big.
Yeah.
I have to prune it pretty hard, and that means I'm going to lose a year or two of fruit.
Okay.
And I want things that fruit every year.
Yeah.
I prefer fruit that's almost like a meal fruit, size fruit.
Okay, gotcha.
So those are the considerations I'm making and the alterations I'm making over time as I learn. I love the fruit, but I'd rather have something else.
Beautiful tree too.
Yep. Like a mango or something. I prefer like a meal fruit.
Okay.
But I love the fruit, and it looks like I'm going to have a good fruit set this year.
Yeah, it looks got a lot of flowers on it.
Yep.
Wow, man.
This was air layer.
Air layer.
Real small, little twig of a stick air layer.
And how old is this tree?
That's probably about 8.
8. Okay. 8.
Some more punch pluary.
Okay.
I just chopped it down because I'm taking it out, and I grafted it out there on the Santa Rosas.
Yeah.
I don't get enough chill for this, and that's the case with a lot of my stone fruits.
Yeah.
I used to have so many stone fruits, and I basically took them all out and grafted them out there on those 3 out there.
Okay. Gotcha.
We already talked about those.
Yeah.
Wampi. You haven't tried that one?
I haven't tried this fruit, no.
Yeah,
I hear great things.
Go to the Fullerton Arboretum. They have them fruiting there. You're not supposed to eat the fruit there, but just grab one.
Yeah. Lots of mulch, chopped mulch.
Yeah, I just hacked these back 2 days ago.
Yeah. And we're standing on a lot of mulch too.
This put off so much fruit; it was too much for me to eat. So I really brought the size down.
Okay.
And then I brought that down just to emphasize the grafts.
You grafted these, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because this one you said doesn't make fruit for you.
It never flowered. Okay. It was a big Jim seedling.
All right. Oh, nice grafts.
All of them took for me.
Amazing.
I find grafting to be pretty easy because I don't care. I've done so many grafts. I think the less you care about grafting, the more success you're going to have. You hyperanalyze and worry too much.
Yeah, you overthink things.
Yeah. That's my experience anyway.
Yeah.
More Surinams.
Surinam cherry row. There's one there, another one there. There's just a row of Surinam cherries. Very cool.
Yep. All right. Well, you want to see the back?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Let's go look.
Last time you were here, this was concrete, and I told you I was threatening to pull out concrete to put in more.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
So I pulled this out this year, and the wife put in a little flower bed here.
Okay.
I wanted to give her more space for flowers. That's what she wants to do. But ultimately, I'm probably going to put like a jabo or something right here.
Nice.
Beautiful trunk, you know.
Yeah.
Smaller leaves so the light's dappled, and I can still see through it while we're sitting up here.
Yeah, and you got some more.
This is
Mexican,
a different.
This is not Mexican sunflower?
It is, but it's Tithonia. I forget the other name, but it's not Diversifolia.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very similar looking.
Yeah.
So cool. that's the wife. She's really into her flowers right now, and I love it too.
Awesome.
Just put in a walnut.
Walnut.
This is a placentia walnut. It's was I guess selected for this climate environment.
Okay.
Cool. Just put that in. Got it from Gary once again at Laguna Hills Nursery.
Oh, I didn't know he sold walnut. That's
a bare root. Yeah, he had a problem finding a supplier for a while.
Yeah.
It already fruited this year, so I took them off. You know, I wanted to prioritize vegetative growth to get the tree healthy, but it was fruiting immediately.
Nice.
So I just put that in, and before I did that, I had the city come out, check my gas lines and water lines, make sure nothing was an issue, because these can get big. But I want that because once again, southwest, hottest part of the summer. It's coming. I have no protection.
Okay.
So this is the main goal was to protect the house on this corner.
Yeah.
But also get some nuts out of it.
Yeah, these can get big. I've seen some big walnut trees.
Yep. And I want that to cover this corner of the house.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we put in some like lettuces that are getting mauled by the bugs and more flowers.
Yeah.
Transplanted some Japanese dandelions right there. They transplanted well.
Oh, wow.
So this should cover a lot and create a microclimate where I'll be able to plant other things.
Amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
So this one is adapted to our climate.
It was yeah, well, I guess it was selected for. I think that's why they call it placentia. Once again, I could be wrong about everything. Don't quote me. But placentia is very close to us.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some dude named Placentia, has nothing to do with the city, but I was told by Gary it's for our climate.
Okay. Very cool. I didn't know you can grow them here.
Yep. Yeah, they grow. It's growing like crazy too. It was bare root as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to go too with deciduous trees is bare root.
Bare root.
Seedlings if you can, and then bare root if you're going to buy a specific variety.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take this concrete out.
This is coming out?
Oh yeah, like about 2 feet all the way down, and you know I'm going to load it with Surinam.
Surinam.
Yes, sir.
I like the way you think, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll do the same.
We have a similar passion.
Yeah.
This is Black Manuka.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Oh.
And this fruits very well for me. More grapes than I can eat every year.
There's some grape here.
Yep.
Good grape.
Good grape. Dark black grape. Dark purple black grape. Seedless.
Okay.
Sweet. Really nice grape.
Awesome.
Black Manuka.
All right.
And then this is new.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice Surinam.
Oh wow! Look at this. Guys, in my opinion, you can never get enough of these Surinam cherries.
Ask my wife.
Eugenia uniflora. I love these.
So you gave me some seeds. Yeah. These are orange, and then this is Jim's Big Leaf, you say? It was
okay, yeah. Jim's Big Leaf.
Never tried it, but I put it in.
Yeah.
But I put my oranges in. I got to have my oranges everywhere.
Okay.
So you got orange, Jim's orange.
Yeah.
Orange, Jim's orange.
Awesome.
And you see I have random Surinam seeds because I throw seeds everywhere.
Popping out. Huh?
I got thyme over here, a Mexican oregano down there, purple kale down there. I'm just packing it in and whatever
grows. Packing it in. There you go, man.
Pigeon peas for nitrogen fixing.
Wow.
Beautiful flowers, perennial, and the dry bean is like a lentil or a split pea.
Okay.
So look up pigeon pea stew or something.
Sure.
So, you know, if you're really struggling for protein, you can grow and it's perennial. Look at here. Or I scatter them throughout the yard because once again, they're
just throw
nitrogen fixing.
Oh, yeah. So you either eat it or you toss the seed.
Yep. Great mulch too. Chop and drop.
Okay. Very cool.
Oh, you see, I told you about my cactus hedgerow I had out there.
Yeah.
So like what in permaculture, a lot of people do with bananas. They'll slice their bananas trunks in half and lay them to mulch and provide. I do that with the cactus.
Nice.
It's Mediterranean climate, you know.
Are these are both the black manuka?
Yes, both.
So this grape and this grape.
Yes, sir.
Is the same. The black manuka. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Now we're getting to the back where it's a little more interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Guabiju.
Oh, okay.
Seedling has not fruited yet for me, but I have tried the fruit and I loved it.
Yeah. Guabiju. Yeah.
It's.
Is this a Eugenia?
No, it isn't. It's what is it? Something pungens, but it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if it's related somehow, to be honest. But you know, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a beautiful. Look at this beautiful growth. It's kind of like a velvety.
Yeah. I've never tried this fruit.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. So you know, once I get some seeds, we'll hook you up.
Sure.
We have.
This is more pigeon peas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just see this, and they grow everywhere like crazy.
Nice.
Look at all this. Is like, you know, I could probably get a couple cups worth of pigeon pea off of this one plant. You know.
Very nice.
A couple meals.
Yeah. Cool. I like it.
Mewa kumquat.
Yeah.
Like this little one right here, Mewa. And then we got fukushu right here.
Okay.
What do you call me? Fukushu.
Nice.
And these are delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
The Mewa's delicious, and the fukushu is just giant.
It's a big, giant
mouthful.
Kumquat, right?
Yep. Delicious, though.
Yeah.
We have Alba macadamia.
Oh.
Loaded.
Wow.
If you look on the side, there's racks of them.
Macadamia nuts. Whoa. That's really nice.
Yeah.
To see. Look at that.
First year it fruited, the squirrels took it all. Second and third year, no squirrels. Probably because I think because I put rubber snakes around the tree.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. And they didn't take any of my macadamias since I put the rubber snakes over here.
This is okay. I think I'm going to try this.
You should try. I got them up here on the wall too.
Okay.
So far, it's kept them away.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. You know, they learn. They're fast learners.
Yeah, they're clever. But that's a good. I'm going to try that for my avocado tree.
You should.
Yeah. Wow, macadamia nuts.
Tons of them. Look at.
How old is this tree?
It's just. It's probably. This section is pretty new. It's probably about 4 years old.
Okay.
It was grafted. I got it from San Diego.
Okay. Nice. And you have a nice collection here of
my little nursery.
Little nursery of all. I'm seeing a lot of Surinam cherries here too.
You know, I have a problem. Okay.
No, it's not a problem.
Surinams make a lot of fruit, and I can't waste a seed. But I had a crazy seedling that popped up. It was all pink.
That's right. Yeah,
it died. It probably couldn't photosynthesize.
Okay.
But for that reason, I plant all my seeds because I'm hoping for something just like
something special,
random weird thing to pop out.
I mean, look at this. This is a Surinam, and it has a huge leaf.
Yep.
Which, you know, you never know what you're gonna get with the seed, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you can get something really special. So it's worth planting seeds.
Yeah, look at this. This is 5 in a pot. You know, if something looks different, I may save it. Yeah. I give them to everybody. Yeah. These are blacks. I have oranges. I have all kinds of stuff. You know, flamboyana tree, the Royal Poinciana from seed. I got from a local source, by the way. I got pods off a local tree and grew them. I have my own. Things are a little mixed up, but I have my own cherry of the Rio Grande I grew. Okay. Pitanga tubas I grew from my trees. They're all in here. Gin berries right here.
Okay. Wow.
Got jabos back there. More jabos in here.
You have a bunch of loquats.
Yeah, this is from the onesie twosie, the one that tasted like peach. So you're welcome. Look, I'll give you a bunch of stuff after this. Whatever you want.
Cool, man. Is this miracle fruit?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah, it was in the shade, neglected for about 5 years.
Wow.
I keep threatening to plant it in the understory of sun because it doesn't like a lot of direct sun. I just haven't figured out where yet.
Guys, miracle fruit.
It's flowered and fruited for me, and I don't fertilize. I've neglected
the miracle berry.
It's been so neglected.
Wow, this is looking. How old is this one?
6, 7 years.
Okay.
In that pot, I've never done anything.
Yeah.
It's probably dried out a bunch of times.
Really? I've had the hardest time keeping these alive.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how you do it.
I ignore it. I don't try.
You know when we were talking about overthinking things? I think I overthink it with this.
Probably.
I try to give it too much care. Where I think the next one I'm gonna get is I'm just gonna leave it.
I think that's for gardening in general.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Heavily plant, overplant. Don't think too hard. Yeah. Don't overwater. Don't over fertilize. Just see how they do on neglect. You'll be surprised.
Yep. For sure.
Got some imbes up here. African mangosteens. Yeah, all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, just
wow.
I did some multigraph Surinam that I really neglected. It dried out completely, but it's got all my varieties on it.
Okay.
I even done this one died, but it was a micrograft. It was the smallest little branch it took, but it dried out, and I lost most of it. But it was a cool multi-grafted tree.
Yeah.
Here's cuttings from the dwarf Thai mulberry. Just sticks in the ground, and you got all the plant you want.
Wow. And their cuttings have fruit on them. This is amazing.
Look I should have
fruit on the cuttings he grew.
I should have probably taken the fruit off so I can, establish more roots and everything.
Whoa. Man.
But I'll pot these and I'll sell them. I sell them for $20 a pop. People buy them like crazy.
Nice.
I'm not big into selling plants because I'm like I said, I'm a little lazy. But I could sell a lot more. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I just honestly don't want to deal with too many people. Just in my personality. In here we have
lots of mangoes. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You be into this.
Different mangoes.
We got the sweet tart.
Oh, beautiful.
We got more sweet tart. We got a tulfo. Oh, that's a tulfo.
Cool.
Cotton candy. On and on. Probably gonna graft those onto some seedlings at some point.
Yeah, this is looks like a Garcinia, I'm guessing.
That's Chico.
Oh, the Chico Sapote.
Yeah, yeah. I tried grafting, but I screwed it up. I didn't put a little plastic bag over the graft.
Okay.
I got abu in here.
Whoa.
It's like a 4-year-old abu.
Wow.
I keep threatening to plant it, but it's like, where am I gonna put it? I'll find a place maybe.
Yeah.
Allspice.
Allspice.
Bay leaf.
This is the allspice back here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, nice.
Different kinds of jabos, coronata. What else? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in here. White. On and on.
Wow.
I have more plants than I have space.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll figure out a spot for it.
Yeah, just take out the driveway, I guess.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, these are Cherry of the Rio Grande.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
The Tongatuba right there.
Wow. Amazing.
I think you'll notice a lot of fruit people. They have once they start planting seeds, it's a problem.
Yeah, you can never get enough, right?
So here's an example of a jabo in a different microclimate.
Yeah.
So the one out front gets the most sun. This one gets the second most sun. But now it's getting more protection as this guy gets bigger. But it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I planted it 3 years after the other one.
Okay.
And it was smaller. So you see the size of this compared to that one out there. Yeah. Microclimate is probably everything for these guys.
Yeah. And what variety is this?
Sabara.
Sabara, okay. Okay. This is the one that takes some time to flower, right?
Yeah, like
you're gonna have to wait.
They say 15 years on the Sabaras.
Okay. But it's got a nice trunk.
Yeah.
Multicolored trunk.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool.
Beautiful. And again, more mulch on the ground. Yes.
And then you're going to see examples of how I do Mexican sunflower and such. But here's the J31 jackfruit, male flower.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow.
See the yellow pollen coming out of it? Yeah. Starting to come anyway.
This is the female flower?
That's the male.
Oh, that's the male. Okay.
The female, once again, I could be wrong about everything, but the female has a fatter base.
Okay.
And I think this may be a female coming right here. See that base on that seam? It could be wrong, but see how it's fatter?
Yeah, yeah.
So that I'm not allowing it to fruit. I could hand pollen. I could take this male off.
Yeah, and just
beat up the females a little bit, but the tree is fairly small still, and I'm getting it established.
Is this a seedling or
J31 grafted?
Okay, yep. Grafted. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be. I've been taking these off. Maybe somebody can tell me. Should I leave them on? Am I forcing it to fruit and flower more if I pop these off? I've been taking them off to try to prioritize vegetative growth, but maybe I'm forcing it to flower more. So maybe somebody could tell you.
Yeah.
Over here's an orange crush.
Oh, okay.
Grafted.
Yeah.
And this flowering like crazy.
Nice. Jackfruit.
So here's the example. This is the hottest side of the yard.
Yeah.
So this is why I have the Mexican. I don't have very much protection over here. So I have the Mexican sunflower longer and taller here, protecting this side of it.
Wow.
And then it tapers down here to expose more trees over here.
So this is the Mexican sunflower here, protecting this jackfruit tree here from the hottest sun of the day.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
How's that avocado tree in your neighbor?
I think it's a Mexican. I've never gotten a fruit to ripen properly.
Okay.
My neighbor over there has the same experience with it, and they just cut it back big time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is about that. It could be a seedling, and it's just a dud.
Gotcha.
In here, let me pull some of this up. And this is how I manage it most of the time. I'm just like yanking it and tossing it. But right here, I have 3 pitombas in one hole. It's another Eugenia.
Okay.
Tastes like apricot, I'm told.
Oh yeah, pitomba.
But very protected in here, right?
Nice.
This is Sweetheart Lychee. I'm probably taking it out. It does this every year. Okay. The fruits will get to the size of a quarter, and then they'll drop off.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
But you know, it's okay because I think I'm going to put a kwai muck in its place.
Okay.
In this related to jackfruit.
Yeah.
Supposedly very delicious.
Yeah, here it's good.
I have one growing, so.
Yeah.
So here's the hedgerow, you see?
Oh yeah.
Once again, I want to protect the heart of the tree.
Hedgerow.
Which is the trunks.
Yeah.
And I prune according to the situation. So here I want to protect more, I let it grow taller. Here I just want to protect the trunk, I keep it like a little hedge. And I'm planting behind there, and I'm mulching with this material constantly.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so, all right. Mexican sunflower, hedgerow. As it grows, Greg cuts it, uses it as mulch back here, and plants the plants he wants back here. You see there's just organic material everywhere. Yeah. I'm taking out the Turk's cap because it kind of spreads and it's a nuisance for me. Okay.
Taking that out, probably putting a mango there.
Moringa.
Moringas, yep.
And moringa. 2 of them.
Edible flowers and leaves and pods. Nice. Pack them back, let them grow. They serve as food. They serve as flowers for pollinators. They serve as shade when they get bigger. Yeah. Multi-purpose permaculture principles, you know. Yeah. So that's coming up. I used to have a black sapote in here, a big old mame. Yeah, you had quite a bit of stuff back here. I've changed a lot. Yeah. There was all citrus and figs over there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Things that are evolving as I learn more. So that's just part of the game. You know, you're not going to know everything when you start. Don't be scared to start. And don't be scared to pull something out and put something new in. Yep. Right here is a Lux Garcinia. Just planted this year. I'm sorry, late last year. Okay. And you know, it's not thriving. I don't care. Yeah. If it lives, it lives. Yeah. I find it works itself out over time. Those things become green. I've heard a lot about this one. Same. Have you had the fruit? I've never tried it. I want to try it. Only Garcinia I've had is the purple one, the purple mangosteen. Any other ones? I think that's it. Yeah. Purple was so good enough for really like, let me try all of them. Yeah. This is another reed seedling of yours. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, it's going great. So you see, I'm like triple whammy on this one because it's avocado and it's a seedling. Green trunk. So I have the Mexican sunflower. I have this around it with a shade cloth, and I painted it. Okay. Okay, I want my avocados to be healthy because my experience with avocados is I burned every trunk on every one of my avocados over the years, and I lost every single one of them. I'm not going to make those mistakes with avocados again. Yeah. Plumeria is growing in the back. Here's a lemon drop mangosteen, supposedly the improved one. Yellow leaves. A lot of people be like, what's wrong with my plant? Let me fertilize and water and do. Not me. I probably would have killed it if I would have worried about it. It's either going to work its way out or not. Okay. Okay. Another reed. All right. Seedling of yours that you gave me. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, they're growing well. Katuk, super delicious edible green. Little cold sensitive, but it's going to come back as it warms up.
All right.
It tastes nutty. I don't know if you've had it.
I had it once. It was really good. I liked it.
I really like it a lot.
Yeah.
Then I did islands here.
Yeah.
This is Cherry of the Rio Grande.
Wow.
This is a Ben's Butte seedling.
Wow.
And
this is
you know what I need to do is throw water on this trunk because that trunk is epic.
This is Eugenia. This is a Eugenia. I'm going to put the Latin name down here. I can't pronounce it. This is a great cherry alternative. If you can't grow cherries here in Southern California.
Not very well.
If it's too warm.
Look at that trunk, dude.
Yeah. This tastes a lot like a really good cherry. And it has a beautiful trunk. Look at that. Nice and green.
It has some fruit on it, but they're not very big. And the Ben's Butte is supposed to be pretty big and tasty. Cool. I've gotten fruit, I've eaten the fruit, I've planted the seeds, but it hasn't been prolific and it hasn't given me the big Ben's Butte that I understand. But once again, it's a seedling.
Okay.
But you can see the fruit up there.
Oh, it has fruit?
Yeah, it has fruit. Here's little fruit, way small.
Oh, yeah, look
seems
at that.
Pretty immature, but up there, that one seems like it has potential.
Let me get this on.
That's probably going to fall off.
A nice little fruit right there.
See how it's a little wrinkly?
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't get pollinated or what the situation is. But there's some bigger ones up there.
Okay.
This is...
Nice tree. How old is this tree?
That tree, I made these islands about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And that's a seedling. Okay. It grew like crazy.
Yeah.
They say they like a lot of water, but I don't really water. So. Okay. Yeah, let me talk about the watering real quick.
Sure.
I haven't watered all but twice in 6 months.
Okay.
Winter months I don't water because we generally get enough rain. And the temperatures aren't crazy hot. The trees aren't generally actively growing. If they're not actively growing, they don't need as much water. And I mulch. During the summer, I flood irrigate. So I'll flood this. I'll flood around each tree. I do it hand water with hose. I really enjoy it. But I water during the summer once a week. If it's super hot, creeping in the hundreds, twice a week. That's it.
Yep.
In mulch.
And mulch. Yep.
This is another Cedar Bay cherry, little seedling. These are 3 imbes because you need a male and a female. So I put little 3 imbe seedlings in there, and I have 4 more over there in case I don't get a male and a female out of it. Nice. I'll graft on top if I can find one.
Yeah.
Dwarf grumachama.
Oh, dwarf grumachama. Okay.
And I wish I remembered all the Eugenia names. I don't know if it's Nathiana. I'm not really sure. I know them all, but right now I'll probably tell you all the wrong stuff. This is a Jabo, but this is a grafted.
This is beautiful. It's a beautiful Jaboticaba tree, guys.
Branca Vinho. Otto Anderson Branca Vinho.
Wow.
I think that's white wine in Portuguese, I think.
Let me come around. You see it with the sun hitting it. That's a nice tree.
Yeah, and
very ornamental tree.
Very ornamental. Now,
that makes fruit.
It hasn't flowered yet. It always looks like it's threatening to flower. It's been in the ground about 4 or 5 years. About 4 years, maybe. 3, 4. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I got this from... shout out to Adam Shaffron, Flying Fox Fruits.
Oh, shout out to Adam.
Shout out to Adam. I have a lot of his trees.
So do I.
Yeah. So I won this in an auction.
Yeah.
I was sniper. I was an auction sniper.
Oh, you're the last second jumping in kind of guy?
Well, I'll tell you my strategy. I'd wait for like football Sundays when everybody's like drunk and not paying attention, and I'd wait till the last minute, and I'd get some really good deals.
Awesome.
So I don't think he does as many auctions for that reason. Sorry, Adam. I have pitanga tubas from him. I got this seedling from him. The dwarf grumachama from him. So this island's almost Flying Fox Fruit Island right here.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's that. This island, this is Campo Menesia Xanthocarpa.
Okay.
Supposedly tastes like mango.
Wow.
So let's try it, see what happens,
Cool.
Another pitanga tuba. These seem like they're always flowering.
Yeah.
I have tried several. I've yet to taste one I like.
A pitanga tuba.
Of all the ones I have, this one smells mango-like.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it has potential, but I'm always disappointed in the pitanga tubas.
Too sour for me.
Yeah, it has a funk.
Personally.
And a weird funk in my experience.
A little too sour, yeah.
I just could maybe be getting unlucky seedlings.
Yeah.
Grumachama, This thing flowers like 2-3 times a year. Surprised it doesn't have flowers right now. But but yeah, I get fruit off this every year.
Nice. This is another
Tithonia tuba, yes sir. Yep. And in ground cover in here, I have perennial peanut, and I'll show you the sunshine mimosa over there. So as this nasturtium dies back, the other ground covers come in.
Nice.
Another one of your reed seedlings right here, brother.
Oh,
that's the last one I got from you.
Okay. Cool, man. Wow. So your plan is to graft onto these at some point, right?
You know, I think I might leave one seedling to see what it turns out like.
Well, I think you chose correctly then, because reed seedlings seem to flower faster from seed than other varieties of them.
Nice.
Like I had one that I grew from seed that flowered in 5 years, which I think is pretty fast for avocado.
I think so too.
Yeah, it flowered.
And part of my reasoning for reed is, first of all, it's a delicious fruit.
Yeah.
And it has and I'm high density, I have real tight spacing, and the reed has a straight upward growth habit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm selecting those, just, you know, for several reasons.
Yeah.
This is a grafted Pinkerton.
Okay.
I've had fruit off it.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of not protecting the trunk the first several years, and it got sunburnt and struggled. So now I painted it finally. Yeah. It looks pretty good. No fruit this year though.
Yeah, my Pinkerton didn't flower last year. This year it flowered a lot.
Okay, good.
But yeah, don't be surprised if Pinkerton sometimes just, well, you said it didn't flower or no fruit?
It flowers.
Oh, it flowers, okay.
It flowers every year. I don't get fruit most years.
Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha.
But I think it's probably the overall health of the tree, to be honest. Yeah. You know, I've learned how to care for avocados a little bit better. It's more about protection and mulching. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Pinkerton avocado. Nice.
There used to be a big house right here. You just took it down.
I remember there was a big old avocado tree in your neighborhood.
He just took it out for some reason. I think the squirrels were mobbing him, and he got tired.
Took it out completely?
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Rainbow eucalyptus.
Wow.
You can see it's a little young still, but you can see the interesting color patterns already developing on it. It only gets better with time.
Yeah. Get out of the sun so you guys can see the colors on this
I could throw some water on that. But I got it from the professor at Orange Coast College. They have mature giant ones on campus.
Oh, yeah?
And he gave me that. He gave me two, actually. Super nice guy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm going to let that get as big as it wants to be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't interfere with those lines up there.
No.
Another Manila seedling.
Okay.
It's 2 years it was fruiting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, you know, as the weather warms up a little bit, I'm going to take all these off. And hopefully I get vegetative growth, and I'll graft on that later.
Yep. Awesome.
This wall's been redone. I just took all this Mexican sunflower down. It used to be figs and citrus and all kinds of stuff. But now that I'm going to have more protection during the hottest part of the year, I'm going to put more sensitive, warm-loving things over here.
Okay.
So this is going to be like yellow grumachamas and jabos and, you know, all kinds of stuff. You saw my nursery. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Tithonia tuba again. This is a sweet tamarind seedling.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. No problems. My wife loves tamarind.
Yeah.
And here's the sunshine. As the nasturtium's dying back, the sunshine mimosa is going to be popping through everywhere. And if you see, that'll give you a little reaction on the leaves.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is this called the sensitive plant?
I think so.
Or AKA sensitive plant?
I think there's several that react like that. This one's sunshine mimosa. It makes this beautiful pink powder puff flower.
All right. Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you see the nasturtium dying back, and that's just going to become food.
Wow.
This wall's the next part of the project.
Yeah. You got some nice, beautiful Surinam cherries.
Yep.
The pitanga.
Oh, that one looks perfect right back there. This is the Lolita, grafted Lolita.
Grafted Lolita.
Really quick, I got a couple. My wife's favorite fruit is persimmon. So I got coffee cake and chocolate.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Bare root a couple of years ago. So this is very young.
Yeah. Wow.
This is where the sun comes from the east over here.
Okay, so eastern sun.
So I don't want very tall trees on this wall. I want the sun to come in as much as possible from that direction.
Okay.
And to block as much sun from that direction over there on the south-southwest.
Yeah.
So here, AJ, you want to try the Lolita?
Sure. I can never say no to these.
Right? Have you tried a Lolita yet?
I've never had a Lolita variety.
So
which one should I get?
Well, I always go with darker and squishy.
Okay.
That one back there looks amazing.
All right, I'll grab that one.
But yeah, help yourself to as many as you want.
Let's see.
If it doesn't pop off easy, maybe it's not ready, but take it anyway.
It didn't come off easy, but should I take it anyway?
Take it anyway.
Okay.
We'll find one that does, and you can do a comparison.
Guys, check this out, man.
Now this one came off easy.
Oh yeah. This is some of my favorite fruit. I can't get enough of these. I could literally stand here, and eat bowls of these.
Yep.
That's why I'm planting as many of these as I can, just to get them to an age so they can start producing enough so I can to fulfill my dream of standing in front of these and eating a bowl of them is my goal. It's one of my gardening goals, guys. So
we share a similar passion.
I'm gonna eat one of these, and this is exciting because I love trying different varieties of these. Oh wow!
Save the seed.
Wow, that's excellent.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
That's really good.
It's not my favorite, to be honest.
No?
Does it have a little bitter on the end to you?
It does have a bitter aftertaste, a little bit.
Yeah, that's what.
But not unpleasantly.
I'll eat a bowl of them still.
Yeah. Wow, that's great, man. I'm gonna have the other one. Yeah. You got to try one.
Several
to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
and you'll realize why this is one of the more underrated fruit trees to grow here in Southern California, because this tree checks all the boxes. Really manageable in size. Here, I'll show you. There's a row of them here. Really manageable in size, super drought tolerant, really productive once it gets established. This is a set and forget it kind of tree. You don't have to worry or care about it too much, and it's really well adapted. That's why I says checks all the boxes. You're gonna get fruit that you cannot find at the grocery store. I've never seen this at a grocery store, unless you could probably go to Brazil. You might find it there in the grocery store. You're not gonna find it here. So this is something you want to grow at home, and you're gonna get some of the fine fruits that not a lot of people can try. So,
and it's one of those fruits that I find. Oh, first of all, it fruits 2 to 3 times a year.
Oh yeah,
another check, right?
That's right.
But what I find is most people will try one and they're like, and then they'll try 2 or 3 and then they change their mind completely. Yeah. It's kind of weird like that.
Yeah. It has a strong taste that's, I guess, some folks are not used to, but it grows on you very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, very fast. Yeah, very much.
So let's just wrap this side up real quick. If you want more, go ahead.
Thank you.
So previously Hexaclamus edulis, now Ubaje.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, Ubajayi.
Ubajayi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mine hasn't flowered or fruited yet.
Okay.
But it looks really good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
So maybe somebody in the comments can help me with this one. Mystery fruit. I can't find anything on it. I got it labeled as a seedling called pera guava, like a dog in Spanish, pera.
Okay.
I can't find anything on it.
Huh.
But it was different. The guy said, the guy has a rare fruit guy in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all about it. Something different. Let me try it. But I can't reach the guy anymore, and I can't find anything on the internet about this.
Interesting.
P-E-R-A guava.
Interesting. It has the young growth that looks like guava growth.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
So maybe somebody can.
It has the nodes, the internodes of a guava too.
Right. That Myrtaceae family.
Can't get this in focus. Let me try to get in focus. You guys can see. There you go. Kind of. Yeah.
And this is a very protected area. Mm-hmm. This gets essentially, once it gets over the wall, it'll get morning sun, but it basically gets about an hour to 2 of summer overhead sun.
Okay.
And that's all it gets. And look how nice they look.
Yeah, it looks good. Have you smelled the leaf? Maybe?
I haven't smelled the leaf. That's
maybe
good.
We can
maybe find a fresh.
Tell you something.
Let me take this kid right here. Go ahead, rip one off. See what you think.
Okay.
Does this smell a little spicy to you, or like cinnamony or something? Or is that my fingers?
No, I don't get too much smell.
I think I have everything on my fingers.
Yeah, we've been touching different stuff. I don't smell anything. Interesting. I would love to know what this is.
You know, hopefully it fruits someday.
Flowers, it fruits, yeah.
Another Brazilian fruit. I understand it's endangered. This is cambuca.
Oh, okay.
A cambuca seedling. It's been through 2 winters. That size. It looks like it wants to go this year.
All right.
No special protection except what's growing around it.
All right.
So this is a special seedling. You'll notice it's very weepy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea, you know, it was one of those mystery name one. It just said Espitanga.
Mm-hmm.
I asked the guy, it stands for Southern Pitanga. That's all he had.
Okay.
So I had no idea it was weeping when I planted it next to the AC.
Yeah.
So once I realized that, I started tying the branches up together to try to get it above the AC.
Yeah.
But it wants to weep like crazy.
To weep. Okay.
You've seen probably pictures I posted, but it makes, you know, some probably call it red. I call it orange because it still looks a little orange to me when it's ripe, but it tastes orange.
Okay.
So I call it the weeping southern orange pitanga.
Okay.
I'm hoping this is ready. Now these are smaller than they're normally. They're twice the size normally.
Yeah.
Maybe grab the, I don't want to get whatever's on my hand on it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can have one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Try to find I find if they have less defined ridges and they're a little squishy, the ridges go away when they're ripe, in my opinion. So you see how it's more rounded versus ridged? Try to find one that's rounded and squishy. And if not, try to find the best one you can so you can at least get something.
Rounded and squishy. This is not squishy. There's a little bit. This one.
That's starting to look right.
Oh, it fell. That's a good sign.
Now keep in mind, normally it's twice the size of that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's a good sign with these. When they fall off easily, then they're ready to eat. Okay, let's try this one. The weeping. Oh, yeah. Wow, very citrusy.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why I call it orange, even though it's most kind of red when it's ripe.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Very nice.
Right.
Okay. And you got this as a seedling, right?
Seedling.
How old is this tree?
This is about 4 years old.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, how old was it?
How old was it when you planted it?
It was that big.
It was looking like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, this whole section is about 4 years old.
When did this start flowering for you?
3 years ago.
Okay.
The first year, it made flowers like this, bro. I was like, what the hell is this?
The first year from planting it from a seed?
Basically, the second year, it flowered. The flowers like that. And I'm like, holy hell, what is this? How big is this fruit going to be? But it didn't fruit that year.
Wow.
Then the year after that, it produced way more flowers, and the flowers are way smaller. You saw the picture. The fruits are like that big.
Wow.
And then this year, it flowered more than it ever did. And now
that's interesting.
Now the fruits are even smaller.
Okay.
So, it's probably has something to do with the amount of flowers it makes. But yeah, that first year, I thought I was going to get golf ball size Surinam. So yeah, this whole section is about 4 years old.
Really? Wow.
Here's another Jabo planted at the same time as the one over there under the macadamia.
Okay.
After the one in front.
Okay.
But this is north facing.
Okay.
And you see it basically gets dappled light only in the summer.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, it's not summer yet, but you get it. It's starting to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So look at the size of that one.
Nice.
Bigger than that one. That has more.
This is also the Sabra?
Sabra.
Okay.
So there's another example, just different condition. Same thing, a seedling. More vigorous, less sun over here. That one is a little more sun. The one in front has the most sun.
And same watering schedule as everything else, right?
Okay. No, all the practices are the same.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
Cool little Chinese lantern. Yeah. Everybody likes that.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Now here's the world famous, the orange starburst.
Oh, this is the orange starburst?
And it's very shy this year.
Yeah.
Every year it produces a lot of fruit 2 to 3 times a year. For some reason this year, super shy.
Yeah.
Like there's a few, you see them? None of them are ready.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more than I see right. Oh yeah, there's more in there. So the more you look, the more you see.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's any ready right now.
Yeah.
And this one tastes super citrusy.
It's a seedling, right?
Seedling.
Seedling.
Yep. It was just labeled orange seedling.
Orange seedling. And she says it has this, like a very strong citrus flavor.
Very strong, effervescent, kind of like this like pop of.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. It's.
Yeah, I think you gave me one last time I was here. It was really good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And you grafted some of them.
That's right. Yes, I saw it. It flowered, but no fruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got flowers.
All right. Well, so I wish one was ready for you again because it's only gotten better.
Okay.
And now here's another Sabara planted at the same time.
Wow.
Same size.
Same practices,
time.
Okay.
Same environment as that one. Yeah. But look at that.
Whoa.
Look how healthy. And I don't fertilize. I don't do anything special.
Yeah, it looks great.
I just feel like maybe this gets has the perfect conditions.
Yeah. Wow.
This is north facing.
It gets a good morning sun, right? From over there?
Yep, get some morning sun. And come summertime, this tipu is going to be completely grown over the top of most of this yard. So it's going to be only dappled light. So it gets the protection when it needs it.
Right. So in your experience, in shadier conditions seem to be better for the jabos, right?
In my experience, in my microclimate, in my location, that's I mean, this is the evidence for me here under my circumstances.
Okay.
So that's what I would recommend for anybody who wants to grow these in Orange County or something.
Gotcha.
Don't put them in full sun. I just think you're setting yourself up for a struggle.
Okay.
It could work, but less probabilities. I think this is a better probability.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And this is Monstera Deliciosa in there.
Whoa.
Hasn't fruited for me yet.
Whoa.
That's been in there for years.
The Monstera.
Yeah. Right next to it is Galangal.
Wow. This is the Galangal.
Yeah, the ginger
relative. That's the Monstera, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's the Monstera. This is the Galangal. Yeah. Okay.
And up in there, I think there's like the lettuce leaf hibiscus or something like that. Edible leaf hibiscus. You see it's like spreading out. I have Surinam seedlings popping up in there. Yeah. And so this is a black seedling.
Okay.
This one, just like with all of them, one fruit tastes a little different than the other on this tree. This one sometimes tastes like blueberry straight up.
Wow.
Pomegranate straight up. And then like pomegranate, blueberry, and cherry mixed together sometimes. Wow. So find yourself a big squishy one.
Okay, thank you.
Or a couple.
You gotta try this. So you want to go for ones that kind of easily fall off.
I find when the ridges are less pronounced, the darker usually, and it's a little squishy, and then it pops off in your hand. That's
this one came off really easy.
Bada bing.
Let's try this, guys. Taste test time. Here we go.
Juicy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
See if there's another one. So, like I said, they always taste a little different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
So in Florida, they grow these as a hedge. And there's so many variety of these all over the place. You got to find a good one, because people will try this and they have this. It has a bitter aftertaste, but
the red ones usually.
If you get a good variety, you got to find a good one, and it's a winner of a tree. Oh, that's great.
And that's just a random black seedling.
Yeah.
So
I'm putting all these seeds in my pocket, guys.
Do it. Are you separating the pockets?
Yeah, I put the
right. Yeah, good.
I put that one. That one was my favorite. The weeping one.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
I'm gonna grow that seed.
That's my second favorite to the orange starburst.
Yeah.
Then this is my third. And then the Lolita is my least favorite. And then I have others I haven't tried yet that I'm growing.
Okay. Yeah. These are great.
And then you got your Inga right above you that I'm shaping into a arbor.
Yeah.
Or let's say a pergola, I should say.
Okay.
I'm a former bonsai guy, so I love pruning.
Yeah.
So I found it a challenge to try to like gradually over time slowly prune this thing so it has good structure and to cover the most of the slab right here.
Okay. Is this do you get pods from this?
Every year, multiple times a year. It's always flowering and fruity. See those flowers right there?
Yeah, I see some flowers. And how does the pods taste?
I love it. What's that?
How's the fruit? The fruit is...
I love it. It's gotten better over time.
Okay.
I found early on it was just kind of like that cotton candy texture, but with not a lot of sweetness.
Okay.
But over the years, it's gotten more and more sweet. And I really like, once I crack one open, I go get the rest. I just, it's a little bit of work, but it's a nice garden snack. You're out here, crack one open, pop it in.
Yeah,
and
these are good.
You basically get 100% germination. They're literally germinating in the pods.
Yeah, they're really super.
So if you can find a pod anywhere, just plant them and all the seeds will grow. And I think they're polyembryonic too. So you'll get like so many trees.
Yeah. Yeah, these are cool. And they're nitrogen fixing.
Nitrogen fixing. Yeah. Once again, the theme, nitrogen fixing, Inga, nitrogen fixing Tipu, nitrogen fixing Mexican sunflower, nitrogen fixing sunshine mimosa, on and on and on.
Wow. Very cool.
Natural fertilizer.
Yeah.
And so the Tipu, every winter, depending on the weather, I always feel it all a bit.
This is the Tipuana Tipu right here. Yep. This one? Yeah.
I will come in here in the winter at some point and hack it back and just stump it. Okay. So you can see. And I've done this every year. And then I get up in here as it's growing out and I select the branches I want. So it's a nice open and I have the right direction growth. So I don't want it growing towards the middle. So I'll get up in there, I'll snap off all the ones I don't like. And you can see how they're nicely directed out. Yeah. And come summer, it's going to be covering 80% of this section of yard. And it's going to be nice dappled light. It's going to hold in humidity. Yeah. And you can see all these more sensitive plants underneath here are going to get the protection they need in the summer. But during the winter, I want maximum sunlight to come in because in the winter, the sun's lower in the sky over here. It has a hard time getting past the house. So I want maximum sunlight coming into the yard during the winter.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I use the Mexican sunflower as kind of like a humidity control and protection from the cold winds.
Oh, okay. Interesting. A lot of thought going into this setup.
It didn't start that way.
A lot of consideration.
It did not start that way. I just planted everything and I learned.
But then you did a lot of trial and error and these kind of things. Yeah.
So learn by doing. Yeah. Don't try to get perfect from the beginning because you just won't do anything.
Nice. Very cool. Cool setup. I think we saw everything, right?
I think we saw everything.
There's a lot of stuff to see.
I could keep going too. I just wish I had more stuff to go on about.
Yeah, I know, right? This is always like, it's always the thing for gardeners, like the space, consideration of space is always, you always got to strategize, but you try to figure these things out too. That's why I wanted to come here and show this garden, because I like the way you're spacing. Guys, there's no rules for spacing at all. Especially when you're planting things of the same species, the same type of tree, there's no rules for spacing. Right. There's just competition for light. There's no competition for the roots. They help each other out down in the root system. So don't be afraid to plant things close together. All right? Yeah. That's the message for you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe. Shout out to my friend Greg. Tiny jungle. It is a really jungle-like. And let's keep growing together as usual. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.